Teacher Prix, how can I start talking in English? I study alone. I don't know how to do it. Well, watch this video and learn 3 practical tips. Coming up. Hey student, I am Teacher Prix and I'm going to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Well, thank you so much for watching this lesson. Make sure to subscribe. But other than that, let's get to business. How to start talking in English. Let's go. Now guys, I understand why you're here. You students get very confused about their English speaking because in most cases, they feel the only solution to improve their English speaking is having someone to talk to them, okay, having a teacher or a friend or a group of friends, or traveling abroad so that you can finally speak English. And you know, I was talking to a student from my academy a few weeks ago, and I was so interested in her case because she was very happy to talk to me. I love talking to my babies. And she told me, teacher, I am proof. I am the living proof that you don't learn English in America or only if you travel abroad. And then she told me her story. Teacher, I have been living in America for more than 5 years. I tried many courses. Because she lives in New York, she had many options of schools, American teachers, and she couldn't improve her English. And she only got to understand it, to improve her English, by joining my academy. She told me, teacher, there is no program like your program. There is no course like your course here in America. And I live in New York. And then she told me her strategies, what she's doing to learn and what she's doing to improve. But I was amazed to see that. And I told her, wow, this is so nice because people don't believe me when I say it. They go, they travel, they invest thousands and thousands of dollars. And they get frustrated because the secret is in the method, in how you study English. Now, I understand. Of course, it is great to have a friend, you know, to get to that moment when you make friends in English, speak to people in English, order a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel at Dunkin' Donuts in Boston. I loved bacon, egg, and cheese bagel. Really, if you go to Boston, check that out, or in other cities as well. Imagine how wonderful that is going to be. Talking to a stranger on the subway or to your colleagues at work. How amazing it is when you can finally speak and understand people in English. Now, if that is not your reality yet, you will change this, and I believe in you. We need to get creative. We need to find alternatives, solutions to help you talk in English now with the best you have, with the tools you have. And I am here right now, okay? I want to help you change that. Now, take a look at this object right here. This one. Do you know that? Riding a bicycle. Do you know how to ride a bicycle? Tell me in the comments. Teacher, I know how to ride a bicycle. Teacher, I don't know how to ride a bicycle. You tell me, okay? Now, guys, riding a bicycle is fun. And people say, I don't know, I agree. People say that once you learn how to ride a bike, you remember how to do it forever. You remember it forever. With the bicycle, what's the story here? With a bike or bicycle, you cannot simply read instructions or watch a video about riding a bicycle, or watching people from a distance, or listening to a podcast where people are riding a bicycle or talking about it. It doesn't work. You have to practice. You have to get on the bike and start riding. Otherwise, you will only know the theory, but not the practice, okay? With English speaking, you have an advantage. You can practice alone. It's possible to do it so that when you go to the real world, you are better prepared. All you need to be able to practice alone is a combination of clear instructions. And speaking English in your practice alone will become a powerful habit on your journey to fluency. But Priscilla, you said you would give me 3 tips. How do I start talking in English? Well, here we go. Tip number 1. I want you to start paraphrasing the news, okay? And this can be done even if you heard the news in your language. I don't like translation, and this is not connected with direct translation, okay? It's paraphrasing. It's different. I talk a lot about that with my students in the academy. In my academy, all the lessons are 100% in English, but there I teach them how to understand and describe things without translation, and they are doing an excellent job. I will give you a practical example to help you understand how you can paraphrase the news and practice your English speaking, okay? For example, last night, I don't know when you're watching this video, okay? But last night, I was in the car with a friend when he told me about a robbery that had happened near his friend's house, okay? 2 robbers tried to break into the house in his neighborhood, but luckily, even though the robbers tried to run away, the police caught them. Yes, way to go, police! So this was the story that my friend was telling me that he heard on the news, and it was in his neighborhood. Now, guys, what did I do here? When my friend told me about this, he didn't tell me in English because he doesn't speak English. He told me in Portuguese. He was telling me about his friend. They live in the same neighborhood. Then his friend told him about the robbery that was near his house in the neighborhood, and the police was able to catch them. There were some gunshots. I didn't give you the details, but what did I do? My friend told me this story in Portuguese. We were having a casual conversation. And now, at this moment, I am showing you how to do this practice. I paraphrased the event with my own words, and I described the story that I heard from the news. Okay, my friend heard from the news. Well, it was not really the news. It was from a friend of a friend. Okay? So basically, what am I doing here? I am practicing telling stories, but not just any stories, the news that someone heard and then told me, and now I am telling again in English. But I didn't hear the story in English. I heard it in Portuguese. But remember, I am riding the bike. I'm riding the bike. Are you riding the bike? Of fluency. So I described the story, and you can do this every day. Maybe you don't talk to people every day. I don't. But every time you have a conversation with someone, or you hear something in the news, or you watch something, even if it's not in English, ideally, it should be in English. But if it's not, no problems, okay? Sit down, grab a phone, record yourself, and tell the story. Well, this afternoon I was having lunch, I was watching the news, then I saw on that very famous channel here in Brazil, the guy was talking about a woman that had 7 kids. I don't even know how to say 7 kids. 7 triple O. So you see, you're telling the story. You're practicing your English speaking. So it can be news, a video you watched, a conversation you had, to help you with your memory and to really strengthen your memory muscle. It is better if you do that based on a conversation you had with someone or based on what someone told you, okay? It is much better. It doesn't matter what language. As I said, I prefer this to be in English or based on something you watched in English or the news you read in English or a conversation you had with someone in English. But if that is not possible, anything you heard or saw on that day will become your speaking practice. Because we go back to the bicycle. You only learn to ride a bicycle if you practice. You only start talking if you practice, even if you don't have company. Because here, with English speaking, the difference between the bike and English speaking is you can open your mouth and boom, go, talk. Ask questions. I'm here alone right now talking to you, and I told you this story. I'm practicing my English speaking. Actually, a way for me to practice my English is to teach you, to make videos talking about different things. With my students in the academy, bringing different conversation classes, workshops, different kinds of activities to help them improve. I'm also improving myself. Number 2, let's keep going. Number 2, and hit the like button, by the way. Answer one English question daily, or 3 times a week, or 4 times a week. Depends on the frequency you study, okay? As I said, if you want to start riding the bicycle of English speaking, you need to practice. You can only ride a bike if you practice. The same goes to English speaking. If you want to start talking, if you want to remember the words more easily, you have to teach your brain to remember. And the best way to teach your brain to remember is to get out of the theory and go to the action time. And answering a question every day, maybe 2 or 3 questions, depends on how short your answer is, okay? So I would recommend spending about 3 to 5 minutes answering one question or more than one, depending on how basic the question is. And guys, this is my favorite practice. I do this every week. I answer questions every day because I want to practice my English. I want to practice vocabulary, new words I'm learning, new phrasal verbs I'm learning. There are many websites for you to check which have questions in English. You don't even need to create the questions, okay? Just go to Google and find questions in English conversations. I have videos on my channel where I talk about that, okay? Now, if you want something more, before I go to tip number 3, I recommend you get my study plan cycle. This is basically a template to help you organize your study routine so that you can improve your English speaking, listening, vocabulary, reading, grammar much faster. I teach you how to be more organized and efficient with your English study routine. You should definitely check this study plan because it'll definitely help you, especially if you study English alone, okay? Now, 3, very important. Do you want to feel more confident in the conversation? Do you want to feel like, yeah, I got this? Learn to ask questions. You see, part of socializing is to know how to ask questions, okay? This is connected with grammar. And one thing that you can do with this practice is you will think of a subject, okay? Let's see, for example, let's be more practical here. Think of a subject, shopping. Okay, shopping is not a place. Remember that. Shopping mall. Okay, shopping, action. Okay, shopping. Now, I want you to practice creating 10 questions about shopping. Oh, do you like shopping? That's one question. Very basic, okay? Where do you usually go shopping? Interesting. Why? Always insert why, because why will open the question and you will need to give more explanation. Where do you usually go shopping? Why? Well, I usually shop online. Oh, so you don't go places? No, not really. Why? Well, I think it's more convenient. There are more options, and I get the products I buy delivered to my home. That's why I prefer shopping online, because I don't have a car, so going to a mall is difficult. It's very far. I don't want to have many bags with me. So you see, asking questions. So you can first practice, and I even got ahead of myself. Ask the questions. The next thing I was going to recommend, which I got way ahead of myself, is now you can answer the question. You asked 10 questions about shopping. Now you will answer those questions, and you can do this in different ways. First, you can answer the questions by writing down. And this will stimulate your brain to remember vocabulary, structure. It'll be very good for your brain. Now, the next thing you're going to do is, okay, now I'm going to answer these questions. Oh, okay, how do you feel about this, and that? Oh, do you prefer shopping in the morning or in the afternoon? Why? Oh, do you like to buy things, to buy presents? Why? I don't like to buy presents. Oh, why not? Well, it's not because I don't like to spend the money. I love spending the money, but I don't feel comfortable choosing presents for my loved ones because I think giving a present is very special. And I want to show the person I am giving the present to that I care about them and that I know enough about them so that I choose something nice. And this is a very stressful moment to me. This is actually true in my case. I don't like giving presents because I feel under pressure. I want to choose the best present, and when I cannot, I feel frustrated. So I spend hours shopping and thinking and pondering over what to buy because I don't want to let my friends down or my loved ones down. And I don't like simply asking either, what present do you want? Because I want to surprise my friends and show them that I took the time to remember them and think of everything that would make them happy. That's me. So you see, I am practicing now, guys. Could I have given a better answer? Absolutely. Maybe there is a specific word I want to use. As I was answering the question, I thought, I want to use let down. This is a phrasal verb. I want to use this. Okay, I don't want to let my friends down. I don't want to disappoint my friends. So I think hard and carefully before buying a present because I want to show my friends that I consider them special to me and important to me. That's why I don't take presents lightly. So when I get a present that is stupid or not expensive, that the problem is not the price. But when I get something that is completely disconnected from me, that I notice that a person did not think about me at all, I feel hurt. Yeah. So if you want to give me a present, think wisely before giving me a present, okay? I'm very picky. Now, guys, so you see the practice I just did with you guys. Right now, I use what I teach. Basically, guys, I'm working on your imagination, vocabulary, reading, speaking, writing. There's so many things you can do with this. And I was just riding a bike here, right in front of you guys. Did I make any mistake? It's possible. What I'm trying to show you here is you can practice your English speaking, you can talk in English, you just need the right practice, okay? I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!